Hi everyone, welcome again to Wingman Wisdom and to today's video. I am a former campground owner and obviously an old guy, and here around my virtual campfire I share lots of stories and ideas, and my objective is to hopefully get you just to think. Maybe not agree with me, but just to think. No, my wife is still trying to figure me out. I'm going to tell you an analogy that I saw in something. I always see metaphors and things I can connect with that I want to share with you. So my wife is like, I don't get it. Until I told her the story, she goes, wow, you need to do a monologue about that. So it's just lunch. You seen those commercials? You know those pretty people that have got busy lives, and somebody, I guess it's just lunch, arranges a lunch date where you're just going to have lunch. It's simple. It's not a big commitment. Each one of you, I think, pays for your own meal, but you get to meet different people. It's just lunch. And so we watch this, and I've seen it 100 times probably. And I said, that's just like buying an RV for a lot of people. What? I said, don't you see? And so I explained to her. So follow me on this. As I understand it, it's just lunches like that for busy people who don't want a big commitment. They just want to get together and meet new people. Like I said, each person pays for their own lunch. And then if you like each other, you can get together after and figure out your life after that. I said, don't you think most of those people in those commercials want more than just lunch? More than just somebody to talk to? I do. I think most people, they won't say it, but I hope that this person is nice. I hope they're funny, or they're a good listener, or they're engaging with me. I think most people that go out and with the it's just lunch thing want more than just to eat a BLT and go bye-bye. I think most of them deep down would like a little bit more. How much? I don't know. And I could be completely off my rocker, but she's going, I think you're probably right. I said, so what happens? You go to lunch, and what if the conversation is great? The person is thoughtful, respectful, they're clean, they're attractive, they're funny, they got all these qualities, and you're going, man, we got a good connection. I'd like to get together with them again. So you contact them, and they won't contact you. What's the matter? I thought it was a good conversation. And you start thinking back, and you send them an email, you go through It's Just Lunch, and they won't get back to you. But it was funny. You were on your best behavior. You thought they liked you. And it turns out you go to the same restaurant, you went, there's that person, the same person I had lunch with. And they're saying the same stories to that schmuck that they're sitting with having just lunch. That's the way it is at too many RV dealers. To them, it's just lunch. It's a free meal. You're going in, and you may not want to get married to that dealer, but you want more than just a trailer that you can hook up and drive off with, don't you? You're hoping for a little bit more than that. You're hoping you don't have to go back to them like going back to the doctor. But you're hoping that you have done business with a dealer that has got enough integrity, enough honesty, to where when you call them up, they will listen to you. They won't just diss you. To them, it's just lunch. It's just a trailer. But to you, it's just a 15-year note. It's just a bad experience. That's your problem. Do you see that? Do you see the analogy? It's all about expectations. That's why I say it is so critically important when you're spending the money that it costs to buy a new camper or a used camper or buying anything that's expensive. Look at the person or the dealer that you're buying from. To them, it's just lunch. You want them to, hey, it's just a sale. They use the same sales pitch on you they've used on everybody else. My wife, I mentioned about my car being in the shop. She says, well, you could get another one. And she told me when we bought her car that they said, all you got to do is put gas in it and smash bugs on the windshield. I said, how many times do you think he said that same line? A lot. It's just lunch. It's not just lunch to me, the consumer. It is more than that. And I would encourage you to look at your transaction with whoever you buy your RV from, unless it's a private individual. It's more than just a single transaction. It is the beginning of a relationship. I'm pretty passionate about this. I want to help people, but to too many, they have the wrong expectation. They expect the RV is going to last longer than it might. They don't expect the maintenance that is always required to keep an RV in good tip-top condition. And the dealer too many times is, hey, it's just lunch. It's just another deal. Get in line. I think I deserve better than that. Find an RV dealer you can trust. I've got some that I trust. Yes, I put together this network. I talk about it often. It's called the RV Dealers I Trust Network. Very simple, rvdealersitrust.com. These are not the biggest dealers in the country. They never will be. But they're among the nicest, the friendliest, the most honest, reputable people that I have ever met in the RV industry. They really are. I think to them, it's more than just lunch. It's more than just a transaction. It's not a marriage and every little thing that goes wrong, they're going to be there for you. But if you do have a situation, you have a question, they'll remember you. They'll respect you. They'll treat you as a human being. Why? Because they're good people, first off. And second off, they'd like to sell you in the future another RV. So that was my story. Like I said, we're watching TV and there's these pretty people and it's just lunch. And maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's all it is for you, just a transaction. Let me get the cheapest price possible and see you later. And if that's you, that's fine. But I think for most people, we deep down want a little bit more than just that transaction. We want good service after the sale. Please drop a comment below. Let me know if you agree with me and if you can see the analogy, or if you're like my wife going, huh? I'd love to hear from you. I listen to every voicemail. I really do. I read every comment. I try to reply to as many people as possible. Sometimes I get on a tear and do a whole lot, and then I kind of disappear for a while. But let me know what you think about Wingman Wisdom. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.